Hello there everyone, my name is Vibrated and it is officially June 1st. And that means a lot of things, but first of all, it means that Finland won gold at the World Championships in Switzerland, woohoo, against the Swiss. Uh, so I've been, I'm kind of tired because I went to the Torille. I've been to the Torille. I'm not gonna explain what that means because anyway we don't have time for that. Another thing that June 1st means is the start of summer essentially for most of us. At least this feels like the most it feels like it's summer even if you don't have free time in the summer. But speaking of summer, uh, this also June 1st also means that I am starting a new chapter in my YouTube career, which is I'm gonna be, at least for this summer, gonna be going um, full time on YouTube. I'm hesitant to go full time because I still have a lot of other responsibilities still, but also just I'm gonna be focusing on YouTube mostly. And but also just a fair bit of warning here, I have also there's so many projects I'm currently working on, like with film crew from film school. We have a few projects in the pipeline, so that is something that also is going on. Then I also have some things. For example, I have to probably move. There's a lot of going on. There's a lot going on, but still, I want to make YouTube one of the biggest priorities, and I might as well just actually do it because I haven't been able to do it this whole year that I've been here in film school. So I want to just do it right for at least a couple of weeks, and if it works out, and yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff here. And yeah, there's no summer vacation for me today, this summer, and yeah, I'm going to be pretty busy this summer. So come and join me on this great journey, I guess. Also, one other thing that I'm doing this summer, well, starting June 1st, is I am relaunching. No, not relaunching. I am just launching. Fuck it. I am launching my. I am launching and I'm even introducing to you my Marvel Cinematic Universe Doomsday Rewatch. Look at this. Anyway, that's a pretty long title, so let's just call it Doomsday Rewatch or MCU Rewatch. And yeah, it's what it means. I'm starting this whole fucking thing where I'm gonna be watching every single movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and before the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I've made a calendar for myself so I could keep up with keep up with every movie. A fair disclaimer here, there's not every single movie here and every single series, because yes, it's not just the movies, it's also every single series of Marvel that I feel confident will be in some sort of because there's things that I don't think need to be rewatched, like the Venom movies. I don't think those movies will get. There's not gonna be any single kind of a cutback. There won't be any kind of a payback to those in Doomsday, Secret Wars, and so forth. So like, don't worry about. I don't think those need to be watched. I might still watch just cause I don't know if I get into the, get into this certain rhythm of just watching Marvel movies and all this. I mean, I might watch them maybe, but I would really have to be in one hell of a good mood to watch those those movies. Other ones are the Sony Spider-Verse movies. I will most likely watch them somewhere during this time before Doomsday, but I didn't put them here because I don't think they are very necessary for any of that. Anyway, this is it. I thought I was just gonna be talking for this whole video, but I thought that'd be kind of boring. So, let me go through this list. Let me go through this calendar I've made, and this, by the way, if you're interested, I will link this Google Sheet document down below in the comments, not in the comments, in the description. So if you want to download it, get it, or just get it and maybe make some changes to it, feel free to do so. So it's down there, go get it. But I want to go through this because I have some interesting things that I have here, and I kind of want to explain why I do this in the specific order. Anyway, we're starting out today. I haven't watched it yet, but I will watch Blade 1. That is the start of this whole reason we have Marvel movies, because Blade is this legendary movie that sort of because of the success of Blade, it opened the door for other movies like the X-Men and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Because of the success of Blade, I'm just going in seconds. Because the Blade was so successful, and even for an R-rated movie, it really made like executives feel comfortable making movies about superheroes. And like I said, that really opened the door for every single superhero movie since then, like, the X-Men that came 2 years after that, Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, which came out in 2002, and sort of everything that got the ball rolling. Because Blade, okay, so let me rephrase, the success of Blade made Fox comfortable greenlighting the X-Men, and one of the producers of X-Men was Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige was also a producer in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. That got the ball rolling, and well, Blade came out in 98, so exactly 10 years after that was the start of the Marvel Cinematic Universe with, Iron Man and everything that came before, and everything that came after that. So, hugely important movie in the superhero genre. Hugely important. So that's gonna be my my first watch. I haven't seen it yet. I have seen some clips and like scenes from it from like years ago, but like I don't really know too much about it, which is good, because also one other component of this Doomsday Rewatch is that I've been kind of debating whether I want to do vibe meters for every single movie I watch, or just give my review on it on Twitter or on Instagram, because there's a lot of freaking movies and I don't think I'm gonna be able to keep up with every single thing. I'm sorry, but maybe I don't do a 5 meter on every single one of these movies. Maybe if there's one or two that really surprised me that I haven't seen before, I might do it. But regardless, whatever happens, I promise that I will at least do a review on Twitter about it. Get excited for that. Go follow my Twitter, by the way. Wink wink, it's a shameless plug. So yeah, I will be doing those. Oh yeah, I have Letterbox. I will be doing a combination of Letterbox and Twitter. I will give sort of my thoughts and reviews on these movies there. Or maybe just Letterbox on movies and Twitter for all these series. Cause I don't know, I really should have planned better for this, but that's sort of my plans. And again, this is one of these videos where I just talk, and if you know anything about me, you should never let me talk, because I talk out of my ass and I get distracted. I'm not in bounce from topic to topic, and I just ramble and ramble for hours. Anyway, I'm starting with Blade on, on this day, June 1st. Anyway, then immediately tomorrow, June 2nd, Blade 2, Blade Trinity, Trinity, where um, not Ryan Reynolds. Almost forgot his name. Ryan Reynolds comes to what the fuck? Samuel what? No, what? Ryan Reynolds gets his role as the guy with the swords, but not Deadpool. But it did pique his interest about Deadpool. Then we're gonna go with 2003's Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner and Elektra immediately the next day after that. Then we're gonna jump into Hulk 2003, which nice, and then the weekend of, but it's kind of on Monday, but the weekend of June, the first weekend of June, I'm gonna be watching Ghost Rider and Ghost Rider 2: Spirit of Vengeance, which I have not seen any of these movies. I have seen like a plot synopsis, plot recap of Daredevil, so I know kind of what is going on there. But again, I have not seen any of these movies. It's gonna be a really exciting week. But then Friday, June 12th, whatever. We're gonna go into the We're gonna go into the Fox X-Men first trilogy, and yeah. What else have I got to say? Really important movie, the X-Men. It's gonna be huge. It's a must watch for Avengers Doomsday. So I'm gonna be watching those very carefully. Then a week later, the next week, I'm gonna be watching X-Men Origins Wolverine, X-Men First Class, and the Wolverine. Now I'm thinking I should maybe watch. Nah, fuck it. Let that be how it is right there. So I'm gonna be watching X-Men Origins Wolverine, the X-Men First Class, the Wolverine, X-Men Days of Future Past, which is the best X-Men movie. Maybe the first one is pretty good too, but my favorite is X-Men Days of Future Past, and X-Men Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix, which okay. And then we're gonna be jumping into Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire the next weekend. And yeah, hugely important. Fun fact to people who don't know, Kevin Feige is actually a producer on Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, which is where he sort of started planning out his Marvel universe, because this movie, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, was supposed to take place in the same universe as the X-Men movies. It didn't really end up being, but whatever, but it didn't really end up happening, so whatever. And more fun fact, even this Fantastic Four that came out in 2005 was also supposed to be in the same universe as the X-Men. There's a deleted scene where Reed Richards transforms his face into Wolverine, which I realize is a weird sentence, but go watch it. It's fucking hilarious. So yeah, I'm gonna be watching all the Fantastic Four movies, even Fan Four Stick. I gotta get some alcohol for that, because I'm not gonna be able to enjoy it any other way. But then, really good movies. Logan on Friday, July 10th. Oh, we're already into July. Holy shit. So Logan, and I kind of grouped the Deadpool movies here with Logan, because why the heck not? Logan is probably one of the greatest superhero movies ever made. And yeah, I'm gonna save all my other thoughts when it actually comes time for that. Anyway, The Amazing Spider-Man, that duology starts on July 18. It's a weekend. By the way, the reason why they're so kind of scattered here is so that there is time to sort of in between these. So I can really, if I, for example, just kind of spoil it, there's a lot of stuff that's happening at the same time here. So there's a lot of free space, so I can, if I need to, I can sort of change these up as we go and sort of um, improvise. So there's need to be a little room for error, because yeah, but yeah, on on Sunday, July 26th, I will be rewatching my what I'm starting my rewatch of the MCU. So only on July 26th, that's the day we actually get into the MCU part of the MCU Doomsday Rewatch. Um, why I start with Iron Man? Um, well, simply because I have done a lot of these Marvel rewatch things. I did it when in 2019, when we had the Avengers Endgame was coming out. I did that thing, and just because I do this when I every now and then I kind of just decide to rewatch the MCU, but I always do it in the timeline order. But I feel like this kind of a Doomsday rewatch would benefit better if it went with release order. But there are movies that I think work better as a group. For example, the Guardians of the Galaxy. Those two movies, they happened 3 years apart, but the events took place just a few months in between. So it makes more sense to just group them together. So that's why it's kind of a very messed up um, order. It's not timeline. It's not fully timeline order. It's not fully release order. It's kind of just what feels right. And anyway, don't complain. This is my list. I can't miss. That's a reference to a certain somebody. Anyway, I'm so weird today. Sorry. Like I said, I'm tired. Anyway, July 26th, The Incredible Hulk, and then July 28th, Iron Man 2, and the one shot, The Consultant. Yeah, I am watching everything. The Consultant is very important. It's one of the Marvel one-shot things that are on, they're on Disney Plus, so they're easy to find. And I thought it would fit, and yeah, all these one-shots fit very well with these movies. So The Consultant goes well with Iron Man 2. It almost would go better with The Incredible Hulk, though. I'm gonna have to think about that. Maybe I'll watch The Consultant between Incredible Hulk and Iron Man 2. Maybe. Anyway. And then July 29th, Thor, and a funny thing that happened on the way to Thor's hammer. Yeah, this is kind of self-explanatory why that is grouped with Thor. And then July 31st, a Friday, we have Captain America, the First Avenger, and the one-shot Agent Carter. Immediately the next day, on August 1st, we're gonna watch Agent Carter Season 1. And then the next day, Agent Carter Season 2. This is the first Netflix era Marvel show. And there's nothing to say. So yeah, then on August 3rd, Monday, The Avengers and Iron 47, which essentially happens immediately after that. And then Iron Man 3 plus All Hail the King, which essentially happens at the same time too. And yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1. Okay, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is another thing that I've been debating endlessly with this rewatch. Is it worth the rewatch? And well, the honest answer is this list felt very empty without Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I haven't seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so I might as well go watch it. So I threw it in there, and again, this is my list. I can't miss. So it's in there. Plus, my sister has seen it, and I have seen every other piece of Marvel media before this, and she got to Agents of Shield before me, so it's a point of pride almost. I have to see this now. So anyway, then Thor: The Dark World, which by the way, I know there's gonna be some disgruntlement about it, but Iron Man 3 happens the December of 2012, the same year The Avengers takes place. Thor: The Dark World takes place in 2013, the next year. Don't come at me, or do, cause I don't care, because you're wrong. But anyway, then Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, and I also put I Am Groot seasons 1 and 2 there, cause why the hell not? Then, very interesting, we're gonna start on August 15th, we're gonna start Daredevil season 1, the GOAT, and Jessica Jones season 1, and then Agents of Shield season 2. On August 20th, Avengers Age of Ultron, and then Ant-Man, which happens immediately after that. Daredevil season 2 on August 22nd, Luke Cage season 1, and Agents of Shield season 3, all back to back. Iron Fist season 1 on August 28th, and The Defenders, because Iron Fist kind of essentially sets up Defenders, they kind of happen, they directly lead to the other. And then our Captain America Civil War on August 30th. It's my list, I can't miss. And if you don't like how I put this in my list, go get it down below and make it better for yourself. There you go. I have everything counted here, so you're welcome. And then September 2nd, Agents of Shield season 4. On September 4th, on a Friday, we have Spider-Man Homecoming and The Punisher season 1. And then we have The Black Widow on Monday, September 7th. And again, this is one of these movies that came later, but technically in the timeline order happens between here, so I put it here because, again, it's my list, I can't miss. And then Doctor Strange the following day. Agents of Shield season 5, Black Panther, Jessica Jones season 2, Luke Cage season 2, and then we get a real good season, the best season of Daredevil season 3 on Monday, September 14th, The Punisher season 2, the next day, Jessica Jones season 3, Agents of Shield season 6, and Agents of Shield season 7. There's a reason for this, and that is because the following week, September 20th, and this is getting close to the real release of Endgame, so this is how I'm gonna be playing this out. This is how it goes. Captain Marvel on September 20th, Ant-Man and the Wasp at September 21st, and Thor Ragnarok September 22nd. Now, the reason why it's like this, for example, if this weren't in timeline order, Captain Marvel would come before, everything, because it's in. Not before Avenger. Fucking Captain America, the first Avenger. Not before that. After that, and the Agent Carter. What was I saying? So, because I put this here, why I grouped this here, because, well, Captain Marvel's, the events of Captain Marvel, even though they happened in 95, which is before Iron Man, I wanted to put it here because this is sort of all lead to Avengers Infinity War. Because, Ant-Man and the Wasp, that the events of that take place like a couple weeks before the main events of Infinity War. I mean, obviously, the post-credit scene happens at the time of the snap. But then also the reason why Thor Ragnarok is the immediate last before Infinity War is because the events of that film directly leads into Infinity War. There's been a lot of websites that say Ant-Man and the Wasp happens before Thor Ragnarok. I mean after Thor Ragnarok, but that is just plain not right. And I have it here in the correct way. So yeah, the main events of Ant-Man and the Wasp happen way before Infinity War, and therefore before Ragnarok, because Thor Ragnarok happens on the same day as the events of Infinity War take place. Anyway, I've made my case. Shut up, I'm right. Then September 24th, we have Avengers Infinity War. Well, this is technically on the wrong date because what I plan to do, and yes, I'm crazy. What I plan to do, these all are on the wrong dates because what I plan to do. This is crazy. I know. What I plan to do. What do I keep saying? This is what I'm gonna be doing. It's stuck now. What the hell? So hear me out. I want to watch Avengers Infinity War at home, probably most likely at home. Go to my local movie theater and watch Avengers Endgame, the re-release of it. Come back on the same day, watch Avengers Infinity War with director's commentary, and then immediately after that, watch Avengers Endgame again with director's commentary. All in the same day. Feel free to copy my idea. It's, go for it. I'm hoping this is gonna be quite the fucking day. And, well, yeah, that's my plan. Probably the greatest movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe movie history is Avengers Endgame. Okay, there's a lot of time to debate because first of all, Avengers Endgame is not a movie. It does not stand on its own. It's a culmination of 11 years of storytelling and build up and all this stuff. It does not count as a movie. It's a fucking event. It's not a movie. It's an event. Infinity War, that kind of stands on its own, so it's like it's fine. But Avengers Endgame, it deserves this. It deserves to be this event, and yeah, again, feel free to do this if you want to try this out, to watch Infinity War, then go out to your local movie theater, watch the re-release of Endgame. It probably will be something to kind of tease Doomsday. Come back, watch Avengers Infinity War again, but with director's commentary, and then also immediately after that watch Avengers Endgame with director's commentary. I feel confident that that's gonna be one hell of a day. And yeah, also the next week is just free. I know this week will probably be as free as possible. Technically this all happened on September 25th, so I have the weekend and the next week free because, listen, I kinda deserve it if I'm gonna go with the fucking four-way fucking. I was gonna go with the trifecta, but that's three things, right? Three things, so four-fecta. I'm gonna go for the four-fecta with the Infinity War, Endgame, and then Infinity War again with director's commentary, and again Endgame with director's commentary. That's gonna be one hell of a Friday. Probably the best Friday ever, but yeah. That's it. And then that sort of gets us to the multiverse saga, and let's go start with a bang with Loki season 1 and Loki season 2, which is the best thing to come out of the multiverse saga. It's my list. I can't miss. Then week after that, What If season 1 and 1, 2, 3, and Marvel Zombies. I kind of just grouped them together because why not? And then WandaVision, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, all in the same weekend because why not? Then Spider-Man Far From Home and Spider-Man No Way Home, because technically they can happen doing the same time. At least the end of Far From Home and the beginning of No Way Home happened on the same day, so technically I could just watch these back to back and it's fine. Eternals on October 30th and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness on October 31st. Hawkeye and Moon Knight, I don't know why I grouped these two together, but I did. Black Panther and Eyes of Wakanda, I believe that's a good group, since, they kind of, it's a good group. Good group. It's a good group. Anyway. Echo, She-Hulk, and Miss Marvel. Yeah, I don't really know why these are all grouped together. This, by the way, the rest of this is pretty much just the timeline order, with a few exceptions. But yeah, Echo, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel happened November 30th to November 15th. I don't know exactly why I keep saying these dates as if they're like locked and loaded, because these are pretty much all just placeholders, because I know I will not be able to keep up exactly with this schedule. But anyway, Thor Ragnarok, Ironheart, and Werewolf by Night on November 20th, supposedly. And then Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, boo. The Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, because, and then Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, these can happen in the same day. Secret Invasion, boo. And the Marvels the Marvels falls into December 1st, nice. And then, as we know, we are in the December now, we're in the Doomsday now. Deadpool and Wolverine, I feel will be very important to the story of Avengers Doomsday. Agatha All Along, I will never know why this series got the hate it got. It's very underrated. I like it. Daredevil Born Again Season 1, Wonder Man, Captain America Brave New World, kinda underrated too. Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four First Steps, Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Punisher One Shot Kill, and Spider-Man Brand New Day. That leaves a week off to catch up on everything I missed and just get into the correct mindset for Avengers Doomsday on December 18th, 2026. Yeah, that's it. That's my whole MCU Doomsday Rewatch. Anyway, I explained a few things, I talked about it, it's fine. I didn't just want to talk about my future, but yeah, that's my MCU Doomsday Rewatch. And yeah, if you really want this, if you want this boilerplate, if you want this schedule, and if you want to make some, changes for it, if you feel like it, and if you have other kind of plans, feel free. I don't care. Just, it's down in the description if you want to, so go check that out. And yeah, that's it for my MCU Doomsday Rewatch. And yeah, I think I explained everything I wanted to kind of go over and give my reasons why I chose to be the way it was. And yeah, anyway, yeah, that's this whole video done. There's a very important thing that I kind of missed out on, which is I am done with film school now. We got graduated from it. Graduate, that's the correct term for it, even though it was just a year. Anyway, I'm done with film school, but I am not done with doing projects. I learned a lot, and I plan to keep doing what I've learned from film school right here to you guys on YouTube. And yeah, subscribe to see some of that. For example, this latest, the biggest project we're going to be working on this summer, it's going to be dropping here on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be, when it's more closer, I'm gonna be announcing it, and then I will also I think I might do like a trailer for it, and then I'm gonna upload it here on my YouTube publicly for everyone to watch and to like or hate. Either way. And yeah, those are a few of my summer plans. So anyway, I've been talking too much. My throat is getting very sore for some reason. I might be getting sick, which is kind of unfortunate because it's summer now. It's beautiful weather outside. But yeah, I should be wrapping this up because I haven't eaten today and I have nothing to eat here. So I need to go shopping. I need to go buy some food. And yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this video, like the like button. Give some love, the love button. Hit the love button, everybody. Yeah, subscribe if you want to keep seeing me. I've been sitting on a lot of these Red Dead Redemption videos, by the way, that will be coming out in this week. I've been so busy, I haven't been able to edit them out, so like they're coming. There's a buttload of them coming, so be prepared for that. So please subscribe and keep up. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, and thanks for watching. That's what I wanted to say.